quick. Let's go. All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself to us.
My name is Brooke Collins, and I am the second shift foreman for Plant 5 at Primex.
So tell us about what you do.
Well, the way I like to look at it is a foreman is a supervisor, but I kind of like to look at it as more as a team. So we have a team, which is a second shift team, and I am the coach of that team. So we produce a plastic sheet that gets shipped to companies to make different to-go containers, voting signs. Like, there's plastic used in a lot of objects around the world, you know, porta potties, just all kinds of stuff. And we produce the sheet that is the starting point for that final product. And what I do is I just lead the people that are there in the production of that sheet. So if they have questions, or if the customers have specifications, I need to make sure everything's being produced to the satisfaction and specifications of the customer.
So if a kid didn't know what second shift is, can you explain that?
Yeah, we have usually, well, at Primex we have 3 shifts. So first shift is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Second shift is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then third shift is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So, you know, depending on your schedule with your lifestyle, you can, apply to be on one of those shifts that fit your life better.
So how did you get into this job?
Well, honestly, I bartended for quite a few years, and I was getting older, and I wanted something that was going to lay a foundation for a future. I wanted a house, I wanted a car, I wanted to be self-sufficient, and then be able to retire with enough time to enjoy life. So I looked for a company that had the core values that, you know, that I could relate with, and that offered the benefit packages that I found promising. And that's how I initially got sent to Primex. And then once I discovered what they did, you know, it's interesting. And then you become accustomed to the different forms of plastic and what they become.
So did you learn all of that on the job?
You do. When you start here, depending on, you know, what plant you're in. My plant is Plant 5. So we bring you in, and you will start very basic, whether it be just stacking sheets, or grinding our scrap plastic, which means shredding it up into back into raw form, which is what produces the plastic. You have to produce it from something, so that ground material is what we start with. So you can do something simple like that, and then as you're here for a longer period of time, you will get the training to learn how to make the sheet, to make sure the sheet is at the specifications of the customer. You'll learn more and more the longer you're here, and eventually you'll become an operator of one of the lines.
So what kind of skills are important to have for your job?
You have to be flexible. And what I mean is, one day you might come in and stack sheets, and the next day we may ask you to sweep a floor. We may ask you to grind some plastic. You can't be set on one thing and then not be willing to try something new. The more you can learn and the more you're willing to do, the further you're going to get in any company, in my opinion. You know, you want to show that you're flexible and willing to do whatever the company needs. Also, time management, and I even mean that before you clock in. Manage your time to where you're on time for work. Show up to work, and that's the main thing that I need from somebody, is just show up. I can take it from there, and we can make adjustments from there. And, you know, be open, willing to learn. Come in with an open mind. Not you may know some about plastic production, but, you know, don't be steadfast in what you think, you know, just be open and willing to learn more. Those are the basic things. If you can come to work and you have a good work ethic, which, I mean, don't call in. Of course, life happens, emergencies happen, but as far as making sure you're at work when you need to be at work, unless you have a scheduled day off, those are the main things that I look for in an employee.
Okay. Can you tell us what we see behind you here?
Yes, what you're seeing right here is, this is kind of a mini form of what we run in Plant 5. So this is actually for the lab and what they produce, kind of like the sample materials. So looking at this, it runs a different sheet actually than what I run. So when I say a mini version, you're taking the raw ground material, what it starts from, and you're putting it into the extruder, and then it will come out of the die, and then it comes down the line into what you're seeing, into this form here that makes the sheet. And the rest of the line's kind of like a cooling process that sets the length, the width, and down at the end is where you would actually stack it or roll it. We do rolls as well. So where it would come into a roll or a sheet or a flat sheet.
So how much bigger would the sheets be in plant 5 compared to that?
We run